What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XLM stellar lumens today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 17th of July. We're moving right, and July is going by like that. 4th of July hit, and I blinked, and here we are. 45.3 cents is the price. 21 hours left in this beautiful day. We are consolidating still. We've been consolidating over the past 4 days, and that's fine. Typically you move up like this, you consolidate for a little bit longer than the move took, right? So if this move took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to form, I would assume we've got maybe a week's worth of consolidation or more underway, right? And we're already 1, 2, 3, 4 days in there. So 3 days, 5 more days, 10 more days of consolidation, whatever, something in that time frame. A little bit of consolidation, bring this RSI down, get it a little bit cooled off, out of the overbought zone, at the overbought zone, I don't care, but just something lower than where it is now. I would anticipate we correct a little bit, right? Consolidate, correct, same difference, right? If we're looking at this here from a low to a high, you haven't even hit your 236, 45.4 cents now. There is a situation in which we could go up a little bit first, maybe get a double top and then come down. We'll go over that. I don't think we do that, but it could happen, so don't get too excited if we do see prices above like 47, 48 cents. But looking at it here, 21 hours left in the day, we probably don't have too much going on, right? If anything, if it's going to be exciting at all, it'll be to the downside, not to the upside. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, oh, that's not what I meant to do. 1 hour time frame here, you do have lower highs and lower lows. I feel like it's very clear that you are in a downtrend in the RSI. Typically, you take these upward sloping trends, you turn them into sideways trends, right? Which you kind of have here, and then it turns into a downtrend, and that's it's full formation, it's perfect. I wouldn't say that this is the low. You'd probably go lower and then come up and then go lower, right? So throughout today, maybe you do come up today, Thursday, going into Friday. I don't know. 1 hour time frame. I would still think that you go lower. So I think you have a little bit lower to go first before you see any kind of bounce. But let's look at this a little bit more closely. 45 cents here. 5 minutes left in this 1 hour candle. I mean, that's a nice look for a bounce. I don't think you do bounce here. But let's see how to low. Golden ratio. That's what it is, right? You're finding resistance or support, I suppose, at the golden ratio, coming up to the 0.5382 area. Then you'll probably come down and we'll see support around 44 to 43.5 cents, something like that. Get your RSI down to a lower low, and then likely recover going into the end of the day, going into Friday, provide another lower high and continue running lower, in which I would expect that you see prices at below 43 cents, probably below 43 cents, and you get into the oversold zone there. A little bit of a pump now, never hurt anybody, but I doubt that you get above 46 cents. All right, let's throw that on there. Yeah, I doubt you get above 46 cents, or if you do, like barely, but you probably don't get above 46 cents. That'd be my guess. Looking at this here from a, oops, no. You've got the bearish boomerang of defeat coming on you. That sounded kind of weird. Coming at you, maybe. Bearish boomerang of defeat. We had the bullish boomerang on a different crypto that I was talking about earlier. I can't remember which one it was, but the bearish boomerang of death and despair is coming at you hot. I think that it is going to go a little bit lower. Absolutely. Looking at this here from a high or a low to a high. There is no such thing as the boomerang, by the way. I made that up. But it kind of looks like a boomerang, right? It's a failed W. Think of it like a failed W pattern. That is bearish. I would think that we go down to about 41.7 cents to 40 cents. Perhaps lower than that with these smaller fib retracement ranges. You can see deeper extensions, so 39 cents, even 36 cents could be a possibility. But I highly doubt at this point in time that we'd go anywhere like below 34 cents, maybe 36 cents at the lowest, but something in that area. That's the low end of the range. 41.7 to 40 cents, that's the high end of the range. If this is the low end, that's the high end. We'd probably stop somewhere in the middle, right? I don't know. That's the logic that I'm going to apply there. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Oh, that was the daily time frame. Bitcoin moving up a little bit. Let me see here. Moving up a little bit, guys. Looking like it might be frisky. A little frisky. Frisky Friskerson. 4 hour time frame here. We do have an uptrend in the 4 hour time frame. We've got, oh, come on now, that wasn't right. From here, from this low coming up, we do have higher lows, but we haven't hit this area yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we went lower. We do kind of have a momentary or a second layer to this uptrend right here with these higher lows as well. Points of resistance there, support, obviously, and you're below that. So depending on what you do here, I don't know, if you look at this time, you came down and then you went up. You came down and then you went up. Right here, you're kind of doing a little dance. It's a little bit different behavior. You might actually break through. And whenever you get a upward sloping trend like this and you're bearishly diverging in the overbought zone, or I guess you're not bearishly diverging, but still you had lower highs, it makes me think that you could start a downtrend, in which this kind of looks like a downtrend, momentarily speaking, right? Lower highs, lower lows. If this is a downtrend in the 4-hour time frame at this trajectory, we'd expect that you probably get down to the oversold area or areas to bounce at the 40 somewhere on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday over the coming next, I guess if today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so 3 to 6 days from now. Something in there is where you should find your next low. That doesn't mean that you're going to just move down for 3 to 6 days, or I guess 3 days from now to 6 days from now. That doesn't mean that you're going to move down until that time frame. That just means that you'll consolidate. You can move down, you can move up, right, and do this. You could even get lower lows on your RSI while getting higher lows on your price. That happens too. But I would expect very much that you do consolidate between here and 40 cents at the lowest, right, 34 cents. But I very much doubt that we get below there. Let's look at this relative low here to this relative high. I need to get that relative low pinpoint accurate there. Come on now. Come on, there we go. 42 cents sounds about right, man. And 40, I really do doubt that we go below 40 cents. But if we do, 37 cents will hold as support. 34 cents at the absolute lowest, absolutely. 45 cents now, yeah. Lower prices between now and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's the expectation. Once you're done moving down, once you're done correcting, by the way, you're not going down here. You're definitely not going to 33 cents. It would be a problem if you went down to 33 cents. I don't even think you're going to go to 34 cents on that note, genuinely, just because it's so close there. I think 37 cents might be the absolute low that you go to, honestly, if you were to go lower than the 40 cent area. Looking at this here from a high to a low, ripped right through the golden ratio. Beautiful maneuver. 786 hit. It's very common when you go from the, if you just rip all the way up to the golden ratio on your first attempt like this and you hit the 786, it's actually extremely common to go all the way back down to your 236. But in this scenario, I don't think it's going to happen. In more bullish atmospheres, which you're in right now, you would hold support at the golden ratio, which is at 40.9 cents, so 41 cents, right around that 40 cent area. Or even hold support at the 0.5, which would be at 35.7 cents. So something between 41 to 35.7 cents, that's what the fibs say. I have a feeling you don't go as low as 35.7, but I wouldn't be surprised if you went below 41 cents or even below 40 cents. 45 cents now is the price. Consolidate, get your daily RSI down to the 60 or down to the overbought zone like you did here and continue to run. Look at what we did back here. Compare it. Compare notes. Take notes, right? It's very similar, right? This kind of movement. It looks very similar so far, at least. I mean, let's even get the, look at that. Look at the high end of this reading right here. It's right there with these high ends as well. Whenever you consolidated here, what'd you do? You got back to the overbought zone. Then you continue to run. You didn't go back to the overbought zone here, to be fair, but you continue to run. And again, I could be wrong, but I would assume that you do go back to the overbought zone. Something that's a very brief consolidation phase. Nothing too long. Nothing too long. And then from there, rip and run, rally, rally. We're going to go all the way up to prices that are around, what is it, $1.50? Is that the minimum? Is it $1.50 to $2.40 or something like that? Yeah, no. Huh, wait. Wait, maybe it's this fib. Yeah, $1.54 at a minimum, $2.50 at a maximum, maybe $2.76 at a maximum. I doubt you go above there, but that's where we're looking to, that's the price we're looking to achieve between now and the end of August, okay? Likely the week of the 18th to the 25th. That's my thoughts. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, please. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.